What's up, everybody? I know I'm not my usual location, right? I am currently in Dallas at the AR Funnels event, right? Uh, it's been quite a time, right? And we still have a little bit more of the event to go, but so far it's been nothing but awesome little nuggets of knowledge, and I've been meeting some pretty great people up to this point. So, what inspired this improv too, right? I did have something scheduled to post, but just between all the shit that's been going on today, I decided to take a quick, turn, and you'll just hear what I had to post for today, next week. Don't worry, you'll still hear it. So, this episode is going to be about the power of having a mission and purpose. So, as you know, this is the Jeremy Jerusa podcast where we talk all things related to health, wealth, and mindset, especially for men who want to level up in every area of life. I am your host, and that's me getting my hair out of my face. And today we're diving into a topic that hits the very core of our existence as men. And it's the importance of having a mission and purpose and staying focused on it. So, what does mission and purpose really mean? So, when we talk about having a mission or a purpose in life, we're not just talking about some lofty, abstract idea, right? We're talking about the driving force, the internal compass that keeps us moving forward, even when times are tough. So, a mission is a statement that defines what you're here to do, and a purpose is the why behind everything you do. For us men, it is especially crucial. We're often expected to lead, to provide, and protect. Without a clear mission, we can get lost, we can get stuck in routines that don't really serve us, and ultimately miss out on becoming the best versions of ourselves. So, why do men need a mission? Why is this so important? Without a mission or a sense of purpose, we lack direction. We might find ourselves just going through the motions, working a 9 to 5 that doesn't fulfill us, living up to somebody else's expectations, or feeling like we're failing if we don't meet society's ideal as far as being a man. But when you have a mission, right, you become more resilient in the face of challenges. You know how to set priorities that matter to you. You feel a deeper sense of fulfillment because you're aligned with something bigger than yourself. Having a mission is about taking ownership of your life, uncovering your gifts, passions, and responsibilities, and uniting them into a guiding principle for everyday living. So I heard once before, what is the most dangerous thing that's out there? It's a man without a mission, without purpose, and is just basically fumbling for meaning going throughout life, right? That's a dangerous man. Now, to insert my personal story, right? So I wasn't always super motivated, positive attitude guy that you know today. I know for some of y'all that have met me within the past couple of years, I know it's kind of hard to believe. For some of y'all that have known me for a while, yeah, this has been a work in progress. 1% better every single day, right? It did take a lot of years. Hard times, lessons learned, books read, mentors listened to, losses, I mean, you name it, right? So, I'll share a little story with you. It's 2021, and I'm in Syria on a combat deployment. Let's say it was less of a Marriott hotel and more like Mad Max, right? We're talking about the fucking weirdos in the odd attire driving vehicles ready for death and destruction. So, up to this point, I kind of took personal development seriously, but not seriously enough to make real changes. So, what do I mean by that? So, you read the books, you listen to the people, you do the things that you need to do, right? But in actuality, you aren't really putting in the work. You're just kind of doing it because, it sounds cool to say to other people that are asking about it, but you're basically bullshitting with yourself. And the reason why you're not taking the action is because you're just stuck in the mental masturbation period, right? You're fixated on wanting to do better, but you're not actually taking the action to do. So, naturally, this meant I still had a bunch of fucking work to do. So, the unfortunate thing was, it almost took me dying to realize, holy shit, like, I need to pull my head out of my ass before I get remembered as me just being a fucking asshat, right? And after that traumatizing event, I started taking the whole self-improvement thing as serious as dick cancer, right? And as a man, that's one of the last things you want to hear, that you have dick cancer. I began by reading books on how to deal with my issues, hitting the gym, getting a therapist. That will be for another episode to dive deeper into, but men, get a fucking therapist. And treating my body and my life like it's the only shot I have. Because, let's face it, we might not hear our eulogies, but we're writing them every single day. So, how do you want to be remembered, gentlemen? Do you want to be remembered as the asshat, or the one that worked on his goals, his mission, his purpose? Because here's the thing. This one little extra thing I'll share with you. Circumstances don't change your responsibilities. Yeah, I'll let that one sit with you for a second. Now that I've shared this little bit of a personal experience, you can see how crucial it is to stay focused on your mission and purpose. We live in a world full of distractions. Social media, constant news, endless entertainment, and the pressure to keep up with everything. If you don't protect your focus, you'll lose sight of what truly matters. So here's a few steps to help you lock in on your purpose. Create a vision statement. Put it somewhere that you'll see it daily. Like, it could be on your phone, or it could be on your desk, or it could be on your mirror when you walk into the bathroom. That way, you are constantly reminded of your why. And as silly as that sounds, that is literally something that I did. I have it on my phone. For a while, I put it in my bathroom mirror. I put it on as a sticky note on my fridge, on my desk, in literally every place that I would go spend time at. I would constantly be reminded, hey, You need to do this in order to achieve this. Setting, I apologize, my computer did something weird. Set clear goals. Break your mission into achievable steps. You ever heard the saying, how do you eat an elephant, right? You do it one bite at a time. So break it into quarterly, monthly, or weekly goals that you're going to build towards that bigger vision. So one of the things that I talked about before is getting in shape, right? Getting in shape didn't happen overnight. Getting in shape took months of hard work, of dedication, of discipline that I needed to have for myself. I would say motivation, but here's the best analogy that I have for motivation, right? So motivation is like a big flame, right? It's hot, it's huge, but with that big burst of a flame, it also disappears within a second. Now, discipline's more like that campfire that you light late at night, right? And you're gonna keep it going all night long because you don't want to fucking freeze to death in the middle of the night. Discipline's going to be the thing that keeps you going when you have no motivation, which leads into prioritize ruthlessly. Ask yourself daily, what am I doing right now to serve my mission? So for the example of fitness, right? I'm not going to go eat 30 brownies and have almost a diabetic attack, right? And then step on the scale and be like, damn, why'd I gain 5 pounds? Or like, why am I not seeing results? It's like, well, you're eating 30 brownies, or you're going to McDonald's, or you're eating ho-hos, or you're eating Twinkies. Are those things actually helping you achieve the body you want? Or are you moving in the direction of having a dad bod? In the direction of having rolls and titties as men that is unacceptable. If you're not constantly moving towards your goals, your mission, take that step back, ask yourself, what would my ideal self say or do in this situation? If it's not what you're doing, readjust. Lastly, I would say surround yourself with the right people. So seeking a mentor, having the right friends, or being around the right networks that encourage and support your vision. Staying focused takes a lot of discipline, but the payoff is massive. It keeps you from drifting and ensures you're investing your energy in what truly matters. Because let's face it, if that hard thing that you're working towards, if it was easy, well, everybody would fucking do it, right? And then the reward for it wouldn't be as satisfying. So the higher up the mountain you go, metaphorically, of, your goals, your missions, your purpose, the more you're going to realize that it's going to take longer than you thought. It's probably going to cost more money than you thought. It's going to take more energy than you thought. But the cool thing about that is that the higher up the mountain you climb, the less people that are going to be there with you. So if you're trying to make $1 million a year, well, how many people do you know that make $1 million a year? Probably not that many. in order to make $1 million a year, you have to make sacrifices. You need to have discipline. You need to be self-motivated. Not a lot of people can do those things consistently over a long period of time without knowing if they're actually going to get to that ending result. You need to stay disciplined. You need to stay motivated. You need to remember your why. Your why factor is going to help you out during those darkest times when you don't feel like doing it, when you don't have the motivation, when just it seems like the whole world's against you. Remember your why. So how do we practically apply all of this, right? Well, when it comes to your health, when your mission includes staying fit, it's easier to stick to a routine because you're not just randomly working out. You're fueling your body for your life's purpose. If you're going to the gym not having a plan on what you're actually doing that day, you're setting yourself up to fail, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. When it comes to wealth, a strong sense of purpose helps guide your financial decisions. So you'll save, you'll invest, and spend in alignment with your mission rather than chasing impulses. So is me buying a bunch of unnecessary shit going to help me get closer to my goals, or is it going to delay me actually getting there? Ask yourself those kind of questions, and it could be anything. Everybody else has their own thing, right? We're not all the same when it comes to what we spend our money on. In mindset, purpose anchors your mindset in positivity and growth. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, obstacles become opportunities rather than excuses to quit. Again, what's your why? Trust the what. Fuck the when. Remember your why. I know this is short, but that's all I got for you today. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Jeremy Jerusalem podcast. If this conversation about mission and purpose spoke to you, be sure to like, share, drop a comment below. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you never miss an episode. Let's keep this conversation going. Feel free to drop any questions or thoughts in the comments below. I truly believe that every man has a unique mission to fulfill. When you find yours, you will stay laser focused and you'll reach new heights in health, wealth, and mindset. Lastly, remember, no matter where you're at in your journey, you can always learn something new. You can always get 1% better. And don't get caught up. I mean, especially in today's society where you see on social media that, everybody's fucking winning. On social media, you just see the highlights. You don't see the day-to-day actions. So don't let other people's highlights deter you from continuing to chase your dreams, your goals, your purposes. Lastly, whether it is health or whether it's health, wealth, or mindset, the first step is always to just start grinding. Thank you again for listening in or watching this episode. I know it's very impromptu. No edits, no cuts, no CTA, like you're usually used to. But again, this was really spur of the moment, very authentic. I will see y'all next Friday for the actual topic that I was going to drop today. But until then, peace.